It's just 2 more races before the 2024 PSRLA Cup Series playoffs begin, and we are going for a little bit of stop here as Jeffrey Fingai still holds on the points lead here, and in a close competition from Drew Webb and Nathan Stapleton, who are still there up for the battle for the regular season championship. But here we are with just 2 races left before the playoffs. We are now here at Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle, here for the 21st race of the 2024 PSRLA Cup Series, and this is the NOS Energy Drink 400 from Pocono Raceway. Hello everyone, this is Hergel Alonso in the booth again for 37 Network special coverage here. But hey, well, you know we've seen here in you hear us in the booth here sometimes. Sometimes it's me, sometimes when I'm absent, it is Alexander Vital who's here. You also heard Igor before. You also heard AG before, but now I'm bringing someone here, the owner of the Appalachian Motorsports. It's Caleb Rose. Hello, man.
Hey, yeah, what's going on? It's a pleasure to be up here, really happy to be here, and yeah, really looking forward to this race. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pocono is usually a great racetrack, especially here in NR, and like you mentioned, getting closer and closer to the playoffs, so the aggression's really ramping up for all these guys, and I am sure that these guys are going to be putting it all on the line here today, and it's going to be a fun race to see how it all goes down.
Well, man, 2 weeks ago we've seen Matthew Hubert from your team, grabbing his first win of the season, but he's currently 25th in points, so he has a lot to catch up if he wants to make it into the playoffs. I would believe the only way that would bring him into the picture is to win the next 2 races here. So what do you think of Matthew Hubert's chances of making to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think with all the just kind of circumstances that's gone on this season, we have the mid-season acquisition of Daniel Boyles' team. It's kind of just been a rough season for all of our guys to adjust, but they've done a very good job of making do with what they've got. They've done an awesome job, but I think he kind of just needs to just do whatever he can. We've had our fair share of struggles kind of getting into the swing of things, but yeah, like I mentioned, they've all been doing a great job, and especially Hubert getting his first win at Nashville, although it was a bit of a weird way to get his first career win, but win's a win regardless. But yeah, just do whatever you can, and just try to set yourself up in a good position, especially potentially going into next season.
Well, let's see, since it is going to be the final season for Matt Hubert, as he's going to bring up his Cup Series, his Vision Motorsports operation over here at the PSRLA Cup Series here, but he have already signed 2 drivers with Avery Alford and Bryce Egan, although Avery Alford still have 1 year left in the contract with Checkered Motorsports, but they decided to loan him into Vision Motorsports, but let's say if that's going to be the good move here. But of course, heading into this race here, of course, last week's winner Nathan Stapleton, who finally got his first ever official PSRLA Cup Series victory, but now he is here right now in Wawa's home soil, Pennsylvania, of course. Well, do you think Nathan Stapleton can catch up into Jeffrey Fingai and possibly take the points lead after this race?
We'll have to see how it all goes down. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting race to see how everything develops, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. We'll just have to wait and see what goes down.
Yeah, definitely, you're right about that. So let's check into the point standings right now here after 20 races here. Of course, Jeffrey Fingai holds into the points lead here with 550 points towards the championship, and just right behind him 2 points. At first I thought Drew Webb's gonna catch him into Fingai during the Chicago race here, but he's just right there, 2 points behind Jeffrey Fingai. He has the most. He does have the most top 10s with 12 right now. Nathan Stapleton just 6 points behind. Jonah Burge 20 points behind. Zachary Fitzwater 51 points behind. So good battle between 2 Aussies right there. Scarlett Taylor 74 points behind, Cole Raymond 81 points behind, Cole, Eric Monaco 91 points behind, Blaine Keys 96 points behind, and Ludovic Charette with 99 points behind. But of course, a good battle into the cutoff here with Berger Estaba 8 points behind the cutoff, tied with Philip Torres, and then Bradley Reams just right there, 10 points behind the cutoff. Angel Gutierrez 11 points behind the cutoff, and then of course there's still different drivers that are trying to enter the playoff picture here. But of course, with the wild card battles here are, well, Bruno Di Giacomo right now he's 28 in standings, but he holds the 11th seed since he has 3 wins since we determined the wildcards with wins before points. And then Bradley Ream with his 2 wins from I almost forgot what tracks are those, but his latest win was from New Hampshire. But of course, Bradley Ream holds on to the 12th seed, but once Bradley Ream enters the top 10, then the battle for the 12th seed is still wide open between Angel Gutierrez or even Matt Hubert still have a chance, but let's see what they can do here. So now, here we go. Let's look into the starting lineup here presented by Bang Energy, the official energy drink of the PSRLA. So, on the pole here right now is the number 37 of Roberto Brown Jr. for Chocolate Motorsports. Alongside him is Trey Barto for Time Pure Racing, looking for his first win of the season. Row 2, Kyle Sharp is his Trey Barto's mortal enemy right here. Alongside him is the number 88 of Dale Johnson II for Team Velocitar. Row 3 sees the 99 of Simon Oskin. Alongside him is the 2-time winner this season already and 5 wins in his career, Bradley Ream. Row 4, Carlos Stride, the first driver to win in his debut race. Alongside him is Bruno Di Giacomo, the second driver to do so. And then row 5 sees the 52 of Zachary Fitzwater. Alongside him is the number 00, Tony Brady, one of the drivers in the playoffs last year. So, Caleb, who do you think is going to win the NOS Energy Drink 400?
I think I like where the number 94 of Kyle Sharp is sitting. And, you know, like you mentioned, Kyle Sharp, Trey Barto have a little bit of a thing going on. Wouldn't that be something if it was those two battling it out for the win? Where they're both starting up front, we could have a potential shot at seeing something like that. But hey, like I mentioned, we'll just have to wait and see how it all goes down here from Pocono.
Well, of course, both drivers announcing their exodus from the PSRLA Cup Series, so maybe what's gonna happen between them after the 2024 season, but let's see about that as we are entering the turn 3 right there. Of course, it's triangle, obviously 3 turns, well, but you have to be careful when you come into the tunnel turn. Of course, sometimes the outside is the place to be here, but here we go, the pace car is about to go in here as Roberto Brown Jr. and Trey Barto going into the restart zone now. Here we go, green, get set to go. Pocono Racing is now underway. And already!
Oh no!
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh my goodness! Huge crash! Oh my goodness!
How about now? Ludovic Charette. Wow! Ludovic Charette, Cody Smart, Zachary Fitzwater, Philip Torres, Denis Kudryashov, a Russian driver making his PSRLA Cup Series debut after impressive run. Oh, not really that impressive run at, yeah. Last place at Nashville in his Grand National Series debut. Now probably couldn't complete the first lap here at Pocono. Zachary Fitzwater, this would probably affect his regular season chances here. Like, you gotta be kidding me! Even John Garrison for man.
Wow.
Wait, I think also Travis Crampton's also in pole. Yeah, like AG mentioned to me, Appalachian Motorsports and Travis Crampton combination is kinda worse, I guess.
Looks like he didn't get a lot of damage in that, so he probably will be okay, but man, we were wondering pre-race just how aggressive these guys might be. I guess there's your answer right there.
Oof. And look at John Bridge also involved here. Look at the hood of that 55 machine for Dragon Racing Enterprises. I mean, he's right inside the top 5 and is in 4th right now. So that's not gonna be good for him considering he doesn't have any wins. So if he continues to drop down, or actually he do have the advantage here. But here we go, looks like they are going into the pits here. But of course we don't have to put more pressure into the 41 of Jeffrey guys, 79 of Nathan Stapleton, and the 50 of Joab since they already clinched their playoff spots. So 9 more slots remaining for the playoffs this year. Wow, what a huge crash. Well, hang on. Well, yeah, Matt Hubert is in the pits, Tom Sloan, Cody Still as well. Look at those cars in the pits right now. Especially Dennis Krudyashov couldn't complete a single lap. Even Ludovic Charat. Well, John Burge more likely gonna have the he's more likely going to be the moving chicane after this one. So yeah, just horrible crash. Just yeah, bare first turn, you guys already have a crash. That's not how you start a race here at Pocono.
No, it is not.
Well, considering I believe Haas in the car series is going to have its finale here, so maybe we could see something similar like that here.
And I'd hope we don't, but you never know.
Yeah, it's NR after all. But anyway, so yeah, here we go. I believe. Let's see what brought out the first caution, as Trey Barto actually led the first lap there, crossing to the line. But let's see the replay. What happened to bring out the first caution of the NOS Energy Drink 400 here at Pocono. First caution of the race in the first lap. Look at Ludovic Charat just aggressive in the inside lane as Zachary Fitzwater just back out. They made contact actually with Kalasustrai, and that's how Fitzwater got turned by Charat, and then drivers had nowhere to go. Look at Dennis Krivishov, his teammate at Dorana Racing, making his debut. Look at Travis Crampton got a piece of it, and then there's the chain reaction. Mitchell Collins, Philip Torres, Cody Sill. Well, Fitzwater's in the fence. So that's how. Ooh, look at it. That's Jonathan Carson hitting his own teammate from your own team, man. Come on. And Jonah Bridge, hard hit as well into Philip Torres, but wow, huge pile up in turn number 1, and that brought out the first yellow here at Pocono Raceway.
Seen here on lap number 1, going into turn number 1, already about 4 wide there, and a little squeeze to the outside to Zachary Fitzwater, and he's going to go around off the bumper Ludovic Charat, and is going to come right back up onto the racing surface, and unfortunately just nowhere for anybody to go. Right being lap 1 of the race, everybody's just all bunched together, and I mean by that point, Zach Fitzwater pretty much just became a bowling ball to about anybody in his path. So real unfortunate there for everybody involved.
You know,
a lot of tough breaks in this, especially for like the 73. Their debut is unfortunately going to be cut short here today.
Yeah, you know what? Zachary Fitzwater's crash kind of reminded me of this truck series crash by Ben Kennedy when Red Horse Racing used to be a thing. But yeah, I think that was Kansas if I'm not mistaken. But hey, but here we go. That's what happened to bring out the caution here. As here we go, we're coming back into racing here at Pocono Raceway, as you know, Trey Barto will lead us back to the green flag racing. And here we are back here at Pocono Raceway for the running of the NOS Energy Drink 400, the 21st race of the 2024 season of the PSRLA Cup Series. So, as I've told you guys that this season is kinda interesting in a way. Like, you've seen lopsided races, or I would say dominating fashion. But you know what? That's not the case here in Pocono this season. You know, last year when Landon Smith Jr. won the race, it was a complete dominating fashion. But that's not the case here right now, since we could possibly see some change from, you know, some frequently changes here. But hey, Trey Bartow hanging around with the lead right now. Trey Bartow currently has one career PSRLA Cup Series win that came from Rockingham last season. As yes, they are preparing to go back into two wide here. So Roberto Brown Jr. still waiting for his elusive first career PSRLA Cup Series win. Kyle Sharp, he won at Road America last year. So he's not really hunting for first career win of his career, but he's hunting for his first win of the season. Brody Giacomo hunting for his fourth win of the season. Bradley Ream hunting for his third. So these two guys are actually in the wild card spot right now, but let's see if they can enter the top 10 here, as green flag is back in the air here at Pocono Raceway. Well, clean restart this time. As here we go, looks like we do have ourselves some three wide battles here. As looking back into here, well, it looks like Roberto Brown Jr. managed to hold on to into the outside lane as he keeps on, as he is trying to pull away from Trey Bartow, and Kyle Sharp now going for second to the inside here, coming to the tunnel turn here. Looks like if he's gonna get some help from, close call.
I think he might have gotten to the wall.
I think that's the case here, as he lost 4 places, I believe, as Trey Bartow gonna swoop past him, and here we go, going into the front stretch here as Trey Bartow leads lap.
Tough break there for Crown Jr. in the 37, got to the wall and losing a ton of positions now in that 37. And that's the hornet's nest right through here. Got some 3 wide going into turn number 1. And yeah, I'll say the outside lane on through turn 1 is where you want to be. That's where the grip is, but through turns 2 and 3, you want to be on that inside lane. And you saw there, that time around, Crown got the jump off of the restart, and oh boy, they're looking at almost 3 wide for the lead. But luckily, Bartow is going to clear both Giacomo and the 0-0 there of Tony Brady. But
yeah, like, how in the... You know, it's kind of weird that... Look at John Burge right now. Well, it's like he's still running into racing speed here, but still he's dropping back so fast here. But let's see if John Burge can clinch his playoff spot after this race. Once he should be able to, you know, finish this race, then he should be good to go into the playoff battle here. Wow, Gene Russell looks like he's having a problem here.
Uh-oh.
Well,
we're all the way down on the apron. Don't know what the deal was there. Still on the apron. Don't know if the 44 has some kind of problem. It doesn't look like it, so I don't know what was going on there for the 44 of Jaden Russell. But up front, could have a potential battle for the lead on our hands, as the number 7 Bruno Giacomo trying to go after the 4 of Trey Bartow. Bartow's going to get that run on the outside. It's just barely going to stay clear of Giacomo. And then you also got Brady and Sharp back there, also trying to get up here, potentially battle for the race lead. And it's actually a little bit of a gap formed between the 94 and 5th. Oh, Bartow got really close to the wall there. And here comes Bruno Giacomo to the lead here on lap number 9.
Brody Giacomo potentially getting his fourth win of the season here. You know, when he won in his debut race at I believe it's Road America. Oh, no, sorry, Coda. I mean, he was driving for RL Motorsports at that time, but they're running their third entry here, and then he won again in the next race, and then that's when AG Motorsport decided to sign him full time here and compete for the Rookie of the Year honors. And maybe in this case, Bradley Giacomo is more likely to win the Rookie of the Year honor for this year. Here we go. Looks like a battle for third here between Tony Brady and Kyle Sharp here. I believe Kyle Sharp is going to hold off the number 00 of Tony Brady here, as we are catching into Carlos Sustray. Carlos Sustray having a top season right now with Celeritas Racing, Frank Kipper's team over here at the PSRLA Cup Series, but let's see if the Dutch owner can do something about his team right now, as they are yet to win a race in the entire PSRLA Cup Series career, as looks like Trey Bartow coming to the inside of Bradley Giacomo again for the lead here. But you know what? It's funny because Kyle Sharp is now helping Trey Bartow to go for the lead right now. They're still side by side coming to the tunnel turn though. But looks like Bradley Giacomo still has the run from the outside lane, and he's gonna clear Bartow.
Bunched back up. They're really going at it for the race. See, they might be still side by side down the front straightaway. Big move back there from the 37 of Roberto Crown Jr. Try to take it 3 wide. He's gonna try to stay on the quarter panel of the 00 going into 1, but it's not enough momentum for the 37.
Ooh. Yeah, they're back into single file again. But all they have to do is just to keep close into the number 7 of Bruno Di Giacomo if something happens to him. You know, maybe we could get close into Carlos Sustray sooner or later here, but that's not the case here, as, of course, once we cross the line, there's still 20 to go here in this NOS Energy Drink 400.
Still got quite a bit of ways to go left in this one, but still a lot of time for things to happen as well. But Giacomo doing a really good job out front so far. It looks like we might have a battle for second heating up. Oh boy. Sharp almost didn't take down in front of the 00. Trying to maybe pull a crossover on Trey Bartow, but wasn't able to get down there. But the 94 is going to hold off the 00 for now. But Trey Bartow doing a really good job right now of staying on the back bumper of the 7, maybe potentially trying to force him into a mistake here.
It's gonna be funny here if Kyle Sharp and Trey Bartow are actually helping right now, coming into 3 here. Well, maybe Bartow and Sharp are cooking something just to beat the Brody Giacomo for this one, as they're all single file. Yeah, they're all single file here, and of course, your defending champion Kirian Jimenez right in 9th right now. Lane Keys trying to enter the top 10 conversation, trying to enter the wildcard battle here, as he's trying to pass Drew Webb from the outside here, but Drew Webb has the faster car here. You know, Drew Webb and Dragon Racing are... Ooh, they may almost make contact. They made contact with Roberto Crown Jr., and that's going to be interesting here. Let's see.
37 tried coming down, just didn't have enough room.
All you have to do is to do some clean racing and side by side again for second.
Here we go.
They're cooking. They're cooking. Wow. And actually, Kyle Sharp lost the 3rd position to Tony Brady here. Well, Tony Brady is kind of quiet during the 2023 season, as when he entered the playoffs, and it's actually one of the championship contenders entering the final race of the season at Atlanta. But of course, now Atlanta is not the final race of the season. the honor is going to Homestead, as let's just say Atlanta and Homestead kind of swap schedule over the PSRLA side. But let's see if, you know, I believe actually I thought Birdie Jackham was going to lead the most laps here once we make it through, as Tony Brady trying to pass Trey Barta for second here, but you know, Barta has help from Kyle Sharp. You know, also funny thing, aside from Kyle Sharp retiring after the end of the 2024 season, DM Motorsports is going to close shutting down operations after this season as well. So 2 teams are shutting down, but of course Smart Motorsports and Vision Motorsport are interested in purchasing the team points. Well, Smart Motorsports are interested into buying 2 Team Velocity Start points, and then of course already confirmed with Vision Motorsports buying 2 of your chargers, as pit stops are about to begin here, as Brindley Giacomo here coming in.
Right at halfway, it looks like the pit cycle is going to begin, and a little bit of split strategy going on here. Had most of the field come down, but we got quite a few cars as well staying out on the racetrack, all being led by that number 39. And you also got Blaine Keys up here. How about this for Blaine Keys? We know that he knows how to get it done in the Wawa Cup Series, all of Alex's stuff. Looking to potentially also get it done and potentially make the playoffs here in the PSRLA Cup Series. Doing a good job here so far. We'll have to see how the strategy works out for him as well as all these other guys.
Well, Blaine Keys, you know he's cooking something right now there. But hey, already got a win from at Martinsville already this season, as here we go, they're coming to the stop right now. So, I believe... Ooh. Oh... Well, Trey Barta lost a couple of positions here as a good stop for the 45 of Angel Gutierrez. You know...
How about that?
Wow, good stop for him. So, he's trying to stay into the playoff conversation right there. Anthony Nicol as well. Oh, well... I believe he also jumped some positions. Calcis Trey, obviously a lap car. Trey Barta fell down. Once we cycle through... let's see what he can do here. I believe Tom Sloan actually stayed out. Tom Sloan...
Oh, wow.
Wow. Huge lead for him. Let's see let's see if this strategy works for him right now. Here we go, he's coming for a stop now. So it's more likely he's going to be the final driver to come in for a pit stop as. Here we go. Let's see if Tom Sloan's strategy would work, as let's look where's Birdie Giacomo. Here it is, coming to the into the tunnel turn.
Giacomo good puts it up there from the number 7. He's now got effectively, I think all the cycles out, he'll probably have a pretty good sized lead. And yeah, disaster on pit road probably for the 4 of Trey Barta. A really tough break there for him. That's going to set him back really far. And there comes a 43 off of the pit lane. We'll have to see where they cycle out here in the field. Not going to be the leader.
Ooh, there's
Giacomo.
There's a yellow.
To fly by.
There's a yellow.
Uh-oh. Oh, the yellow is out.
Ooh, Roberto
big
Brown.
one in turn 3.
Wow, Roberto Brown Jr. did wow. Now, I'm not really sure where does the portrait of Tom Sloan ends up. This. Another driver making their debut, Jacob Miller, the Grand National Series driver. And why in the world they are missing the pit lane for this one? Philip Torres also involved. Scarlett Taylor, top break for him as well. And yeah, Jacob Miller. You know, debutant's having a bad day now.
Yeah. Called the tricky triangle for a reason. Unfortunately, been a tough break for all of our debutants so far today. But
did
how
Tom
about that
Sloan?
from the 43? He's going to jump to second, I believe, on the racetrack.
Yes, I mean, I believe he's going to have the is going to have the advantage here, as he's the one with the he's the one with the fresher tire now. And considering he's going to restart into the outside lane for the next restart, then he's gonna jump Bruno Di Giacomo for this one.
He probably just put himself in a really, really good position here. So, great strategy call there from the 43. That worked out really, really well in his favor.
Could this be... yeah. Could this be the first win of the season for Tom Sloan? You know, sorry to say this, but Tom Sloan choked so many races already this season, especially in the All-Star race, where he's actually leading the majority of the final segment until Zachary Fitzwater was able to catch into him. There's also Darlington, when he also almost won the race, and then yeah, Bruno Di Giacomo stole that away from him.
And look who's right in front of the 43. It's Bruno Di Giacomo.
Funny thing right now. Oh,
Did he potentially pull an Uno reverse card and steal the win from Di Giacomo?
Alan Jefferson, he made a stop for, I don't know what's the reason, as well as Emmett Oskin. But this could be a penalty or something, but more on that. I believe the 13 fell into a lap down for this one. But let's see once we confirm, once we return back to racing. But first, let's see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day here for the NOS Energy Drink 400 from Pocono Raceway. Looking at the second caution here at Pocono Raceway here. Look at Jeffrey Finga, your current points leader, as he overshoots the tunnel turn, and then wow, Burbsure Staba just made contact with Jeffrey Finga, and then look at Matt Hubert hard hit into the inside wall. Hope he's okay, but hard hit for him, so he's gonna slide down. Of course, he's going to be checked up in the infield care center. Look at this guys trying to avoid the crash here. Abra Alford, Samadoskin, Phil Torres, and the debutant of Jacob Miller. Now Torres and Miller made contact, hitting the inside wall real hard. That's what created the chain reaction. Now here's the 37 up. Roberto Crown Jr. hits the 23 real hard, and Roberto Crown Jr. and Scarlett Taylor as well. So with that hard hit, this yeah, Samadoskin totally got hit by his own teammate of Alan Jefferson, and yeah, the 37, definitely his car was smashed up. Hopefully he's okay. He's gonna be brought to the infield care center as well. The 71 was too aggressive here. Go to Sill is too aggressive, but yeah. So wow, so many cars gonna retire from this race.
Really interesting wreck here as your points leader. 41 of Jeffrey Finga is going to get into the outside wall, ricochet down into the 95 and the 3, sending the 3 hard to the inside wall, and then back here. Just a chain reaction, everyone trying to get slowed down. Everyone just runs over at one another, and a hard lick there for Roberto Crown Jr. and Skylar Taylor. Just nowhere to go for those two. No time to get slowed down. Same thing happens for Sam and Oskin up there, and boy, oh boy. One car came absolutely shooting through there, just barely missed everybody. But unfortunately, just a chain reaction here at Pocono, as everybody trying to go for the same real estate, trying to get slowed down for the 3 of Hubert, and causing a multi-car pileup in turn number 3. That's definitely going to take a lot of cars out of this one, including the 23 of Jacob Miller, which I believe this was his first start as well, and he is also going to be out of this one, so really tough break for him especially. But yeah, another tough break for all of those guys involved. And this is going to be interesting since this happened right at the tail end of pit stops. Had some cars try and stay out a long time, including the 43 of Tom Sloan, who was exiting the pits right as the caution came out. and that's going to put him in the second position heading to this restart. We'll have to see what that does for him. He is going to be on the fresher tires. We'll just have to see how it all goes down.
Yeah, obviously, let's see if Tom Sloan's strategy would work out here, as he's trying to hold off. Let's see if Brody DiGiacomo would hold off Tom Sloan for this restart. Coming up next. And here we go, we're back here at the Pocono Raceway for the running of the NOS Energy Drink 400, the 21st race of the 2024 season, the PSRLA Cup Series. As here we go. Looks like Tom Sloan has the best strategy now here. He has the fresher tire out of them all, since he's the last driver who went into the pits. So maybe he's going to have some advantage here, but you know, some guys do still have the warmer tires, even though they're a 1 lap old. Tony Brady hanging around in third. Then of course, Able Motorsports are doing pretty well. Well, with Tom Sloan, Anthony Nicol, and Angel Gutierrez, they're 2nd, 4th, and 6th right now. Well, you know, here's the thing, Caleb. Well, Able Motorsports, of course, we all know the team is pretty much very good here, even at Wawa Cup Series. Well, Aaron Able racing under Racing Motorsports, so you know how good they are. But you know what? There's one unlucky thing about Able Motorsports though. The number 44. That's why when Lodovic Charette decided to step away from Able Motorsports and decided to sign with Chevrolet Motorsports, it worked pretty well for him. But for Jaden Russell, I don't think that's the same case. Although he won a race last year at Darlington, but other than that, he's been unlucky this season. But here we go, green flag is back here as 8 more laps. Oh, sorry, not. Oh, damn, I'm bad. 9 laps to go here at Pocono Raceway, as still side by side for Brody DiGiacomo and Tom Sloan.
Seeing the outside get the advantage these last couple of restarts. Looks like Tom Sloan trying to do the same, trying to clear DiGiacomo on that outside lane. It looks like he's gonna do just that. And you got the other Able Motorsports cars there lined up on the outside. Got the 45 of Gutierrez, the 42 of Nicol. See what they can do, trying to get by DiGiacomo on the outside. It looks like they're both going to get through. 1, 2, 3 for Able Motorsports.
Wow, looking incredible for the team here. Now, all they have to do now is to do some teamwork here to block Trey Barto and prevent him from winning. But let's see if that's going to be the case here, as Angel Gutierrez trying to go to the inside of Tom Sloan here, as they have the older tires and they have the hotter, warmer rubber here. As here we go, still some help, but Tom Sloan was able to hold on to the outside, as Angel Gutierrez might actually lose some position from Anthony Nicol, and Trey Barto now trying to help Gutierrez here coming to the tunnel turn.
Barto's still lurking. He wants to try and get back up to that race lead, but Gutierrez is doing a good job at holding him off. Here comes the number 5 of Eric Monaco, trying to look to the outside of Barto. DiGiacomo trying to get back up to the front. Not a good restart there from the 7 of Bruno DiGiacomo. He slipped back just a little bit and might even slip back a little bit more, as now here comes the 50 of Drew Webb, who's looking to maybe even make it 3 wide, trying to get to the inside of Barto. And here comes the 5, Eric Monaco. Don't really think we've talked about him much this race. He's now inside the top 5, now looking for 3rd here with just a few laps to go.
And look at the battle for 4th, for 5th here. Brody DiGiacomo right now into the outer lane with help from Kyle Sharp here. And Trey Barto fell down to 7. Yes, and Anthony Nicol hits the wall.
It's in the wall.
And he's gonna lose a lot of ground here. How did Anthony Nicol? But still 1-2 for Able Motorsports. Let's see if Angel Gutierrez would be able to help his teammate of Tom Sloan, as you know, Eric Monaco looks like he is hard charging right now, trying to catch into Gutierrez.
A little too much momentum carried through the tunnel turn there for Anthony Nickel and sent him to the right. Tunnel turn's kind of an interesting corner, as there's pretty much just about a certain way you need to drive it. Fortunately, Nickel's going to go up and catch the wall, and he's going to lose a few positions, but looking to try and potentially gain them back. As now looking to try to potentially get by the 94 of Kyle Sharp, but he could maybe potentially have something heating up for the race lead as Angel Gutierrez trying to close in on teammate Tom Sloan. The 43 goes wide, and they're side by side for the lead. Here we go.
Gutierrez trying to get his second win of the season right now after winning Kansas. Well, let's look at and he swoops into the lead here. New leader, car number 45. Now let's look into the battle for the points lead here for the battle for the regular season championship. Jeffrey Finkai currently at the back here. Well, currently he is in 17th. Meanwhile, for Drew Webb, he's right there. He's ahead of Stapleton. So, if they finish the way they are, Drew Webb is more likely to take the points lead. Meanwhile, Tom Sloan trying to catch into Angel Gutierrez back again. Let's see if he would be able to catch just like what Gutierrez did the lap before. As here we go, 4 more laps. Oh, sorry, lost count over there. 4 more laps to go as Eric Monaco trying to catch. Looks like the top 3 are pulling away now.
Like this potentially a 3-car battle for the win as now Eric Monaco is up here in this fight trying to go for the lead. But Sloan trying to get back to the back bumper of Gutierrez, looking for a way around. Oh, Gutierrez goes a little bit wide in the tunnel turn. This could potentially be Sloan's chance. We'll see if he dives it into the final corner in turn 3, or if Gutierrez maybe drives it in a little bit too deep, but good stuff from our top 2. Good corner there by those 2, and especially the 5 Eric Monaco. He really hooked the bottom there, and he pulls up right to the back bumper of Sloan. And we just got 3 laps to go. Here comes Monaco looking for second on Tom Sloan.
Here we go. Let's see if Eric Monaco can do it. But looks like the outside lane has the run here into turn number 1. Well,
not quite gonna get there.
Not quite. Because of that, looks like Gutierrez might be pulling away and roll his second of the season. But Kyle Sharp clears for 4th, Brody Giacomo in 5th, Anthony Nickel still in 6th. Trey Barto fell down to 8 as Anthony Nickel is low.
Oh no!
Again.
What's going on with the 42?
There's a lot of going on into the 42 right now. Well, here we go. 2 more laps to go. Let's see. Let's see. This is going to be tasty. As still single file. Again, let's just focus into the top 3 right now. So one of them is more likely to win this race. Eric Monaco and Tom Sloan trying to aim for their first win of the season. Angel Gutierrez trying to aim for his second.
Monaco tried diving down at the inside there in the tunnel turn, but just couldn't get to the quarter panel of Sloan. Here we go, we're coming to the white flag this time by. This thing is not over though. Oh, Tom Sloan really drove it in deep there to the final corner, trying everything.
There's a caution
to the back up for the 45, and the caution is out.
Anthony.
Oh my goodness, it's Nickel.
Overtime attempt. We didn't cross.
Yeah, the series has overtime.
Wow.
Oh no.
This could be chaos. Just like what happened in Nashville. This could be. Wow. I thought. Wow, Avery Alford, Cody Sill. Cody Sill just can't catch a break after winning the Daytona 500. And Anthony Nickel from hero to zero. man, you gotta feel bad for him.
Wow. Really unfortunate break there for all those guys. Especially Anthony Nickel, who was running up front there, and Cody Sill. Just terrible luck so far this season. Can't catch a break, and unfortunately, not going to get much better here today at Pocono. But yeah, this is going to set up an overtime restart here at Pocono, and like you said, yeah, this is probably going to be pretty chaotic.
Very similar to what happened in the past few races when we had this overtime attempt. But if it's going to be the case, let it be. But of course, unlike NASCAR, which have unlimited attempts, here in PSRLA Cup Series we only have maximum of 3 attempts, just to ensure that the PSRLA is going to save time and space in the computer. I guess. But yeah, Travis Crampton, I don't know why the world is coming. Oh, is it in Bob or something?
You know what? It could just be a gas and go stop because these guys came in at lap number 16, 17, 18-ish. We're right on the edge of the fuel window.
Oh yeah, so that's why we could say that this race is the overtime time is going to be chaotic. Some guys would probably be slow once we cross the line for the first overtime attempt. But yeah, Gutierrez still holds the lead. Tom Sloan is second, Eric Monaco third, Kyle Sharper Sport, Rudy Giacomo is in fifth as well. Then it's Webb, Barto, Jimenez, Trey Smith, and Nathan Stapleton rounds out the top 10 here. So let's see what happened to bring out the third caution. Hopefully the final caution. Look at the 42 of Anthony Nickel just racing there, and then he just went his engine kaboom right there, just in front of Nathan Stapleton. But good thing Trey Smith and Nathan Stapleton able to pass him cleanly but that's not what happened to bring out the caution as per usual. And wow, Brady almost made contact with Nickel. Jimmy Sentel was able to avoid, but here goes when the things go interesting. Now let's look into the one of Avery Alford. Well, there we go, coming out of tunnel turn there. Now, if you're a good driver, oh yeah, that's how. Sustry hits Nickel coming when the Nickel was trying to go down outside the racing surface, and then Kyle Sustry went nuts and decided to yeet the field. And that's what happened to the 42 of Nickel, and that also ended the race for Avery Alford. Now, Cody still with hard hit into Alford, and Jonah Bridge, of course, nowhere to go, but that's what happened there.
Well, we said there might be something wrong with Anthony Nickel's car than the 42, and it turns out that was the case as the motor goes on the 42 of Anthony Nickel, coming to take the white flag. And you're going to see here he's going to try to turn to the inside to get out of everybody's way. Unfortunately, though, the 21 was already trying to get down there, and they just crossed paths, and that's going to spin the 42 into the one of Avery Alford hard to the inside wall. I think they got into the opening there of the inside wall, so hard hits for both of them. Hope they're okay. And then everybody behind him, Cody Sill, Jonah Burge, just nowhere for those two to go, probably blinded by the smoke, and ran right into the accident. So a really tough break for everybody involved, especially Anthony Nickel, who was running up front and just had his motor go there with well, there might have been a little bit of warning because he was kind of dropping back and kind of trying to get out of everybody's way. But yeah, still tough break for that 42 car, and this is going to be really interesting because this is going to set up an overtime restart here at Pocono. And the really interesting thing about this, is that a lot of the field pitted at about halfway, so we are right smack dab at the tail end of the pit window. So it's pretty much going to be a game now of who can make it to the end.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Well, majority of the guys entered lap 16, well, some guys pitted into from lap 17, but Tom Sloan pitted at lap 18. Could the guys who pitted later would have the better advantage over the guys who pitted at the halfway through? Let's find out as we are going back to the restart here for the first overtime attempt. And here we go. You know what? I just wish that the race ended up minutes ago, but this is PSRLA, this is NR 2003, and I can't do anything about it. But whoever invented better cautions, then, oh come on, why? So there we go. Good thing you guys never use better cautions for this one. But hey, here we go. So Angel Gutierrez still holds on to the lead here. Then followed by Tom Sloan, who still have a chance for glory. Followed by Eric Monaco. Then there's Kyle Sharp and then Bradley Giacomo. So looking into the field right now, of course, Drew Webb is in 6th, so if they finish the way they are right now, then Drew Webb is more likely to take the points lead. But it still depends on the finishing results and where will Fingai finish. Of course, yeah, Stapleton still have 14 points behind Drew Webb as green flag is back here for the first overtime attempt here as, wow, no one's slow actually. Or Jefferson maybe. Or yeah, just these Titan Fury guys are just too slow. Here we go, looks like Gutierrez holds from the inside line. So the inside line decides to have a better grip since, you know, they have the, you know, older tires. That's why. So Gutierrez holds on. Then Kyle Sharp.
Restart there for Gutierrez.
Ooh, Kyle Sharp to the inside of Sloan.
Oh, Kyle Sharp.
And now looks like Gutierrez.
To the inside.
Gutierrez and Sloan pulling away. Now where's Monaco in it now? He's stuck in 5th and now falling down to 6th, and some guys are coming down. No!
Oh no, Gutierrez couldn't make it.
White flag now in the air.
Oh, they were right on the edge of the fuel window, and unfortunately it was just too much for those guys who came down on lap 16. And here we go. Can anybody potentially run down the 43 of Sloan?
Sloan's more likely to win, to be honest, since he's the last guy to enter. I believe he entered lap 18. Looks like Stapleton is in 3rd. Jimenez in 2nd. But there's no looking back. This is officially the final lap here, since the next flag ends the race, and looks like Stapleton hits the wall. Will Trey Smith...
Oh, Stapleton in the wall.
Will Baker now going back. Here we go, coming to the final turn, and Sloan is kinda hold off. Here we go, coming to the line. Tom Sloan wins here the NOS Energy Drink 400, and wow, I knew he had the right call. Defending champion of Kirian Jimenez finishes 2nd. Stapleton in 3rd. I'm not really sure where Drew Webb finished, but it's more likely going to be Drew Webb going to take the points lead after this one. And then, wow. And now Tom Sloan decided to run out of fuel, I guess.
Had a lot of races recently and under fuel mileage, and it looks like this one was no different.
Wow. Ella Baker finished 8th. Bradley Ream in 6th. Let's see if he can climb up into the top 10. But still, the most interesting finish that you would ever see. At least that wasn't really that chaotic. I knew Tom Sloan had the right call. So here we go. Here's the finishing results here from Pocono Raceway. So Tom Sloan wins the race, gets his first win of the season, second of his PSRLA Cup Series career. Kieran Jimenez second, Nathan Stapleton third, Trey Smith fourth, then Blaine Keys rounds out the top 5, then Bradley Ream, Tony Brady, Ella Baker, Kyle Sharp, and Angel Gutierrez rounds out the top 10. Well, of course, Drew Webb is more likely to take the points lead here as Finguy finished 25th. So, of course, Stapleton's gonna take second after this one, but we can confirm who actually who are the other drivers that lock into the playoffs entering into Indianapolis. So, we can still count who are the drivers, as I'm about to bring out my calculator. But hey, Caleb, what can you say about it?
That was an absolutely fascinating race. It was a lot of fun, and a lot of things to watch out for, and a lot of things ended up going on. But what a win there for the 43 of Tom Sloan. That was an excellent decision to overcut the field and come down on lap 18. And unfortunate break there for the 45 of Angel Gutierrez. Looked like he might have had it in the bag, but just didn't have enough in the tank to get it home. And with that overtime finish extending the period of the race, just not enough in the tanks where they pitted right at halfway, and having to come down and take just enough gas to make it to the finish. It's a real unfortunate break for all of those guys, but what an absolutely great strategy call from the 43 of Tom Sloan. And a lot of interesting drivers finished up in the top 5. Like you mentioned, Nathan Stapleton up there in third. He's probably going to maybe take second in points after this one. And how about the 49 of Blaine Keys finishing up in the top 5? That's going to be really good for his pursuit at potentially making the playoffs this season. So really, really good stuff there. And Gutierrez still going to come on with a top 10 finish. So still good run there for Gutierrez. Just probably not what he was looking for. And yeah, Drew Webb coming home 11th. That could potentially get him the points lead coming out of this one. But yeah, fun race all around. And a really exciting one. And can't wait to see how the next few races go as we officially go into the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely that's going to be the case there. But here we go. Let's look at the point standings after this chaotic race here at Pocono as we're entering Indianapolis next week. Now looking into the standings here. But first, let me just check the 4-7. Yeah. So let me just check into the standings real quick. But here we go. In a surprising, I thought Drew was gonna take the points lead here, but I was wrong. Nathan Stapleton actually takes the points lead here, 582 points towards the championship. And then Drew Webb, 578 points towards the championship. He's just 4 points behind. Jeffrey Finguy fell down to third, 16 points behind. John Bridge, 33 points behind. Zachary Fitzwater, 79 points behind. Cole Raymond, 87 points behind. Blaine Keys, 92 points behind. Eric Monaco, 95 points behind. Scarlett Terrell, 98 points behind. Bradley Ream rounds out the top 10 with 106 points behind. Then, of course, this is where things go interesting. So now, well, since the driver in 11, Tom Sloan, is 473 points, so the maximum points that you can receive in a race is 45. So you need at least 518 points to clinch, and so far. Well, before Pocono, we already had, after Chicago Street Race, we already had Jeffrey Finguy, Jorb, and Nathan Stapleton announced as your first 3 drivers to clinch playoff. Now we have another one in the list here, as Jonah Bridge clinched the playoff spot, as he is just too far from the cutoff to be beaten. so he's already safe no matter what, even without winning. So looking now here in the 10th position, of course, Bradley Rim with 2 wins was just 3 points ahead of the cutoff. All he have to do is just to have a good finish. You know, I believe for Bradley Rim, no matter what happens to him, at least he's still in the playoff picture, unless either Tom Sloan or Angel Gutierrez is gonna then win at Indianapolis, then Bradley Rim is in danger, unless both of them enters the top 10. But of course, since Bradley Reams in 10th position, seed number 11 goes to Bruno Di Giacomo, who's climbed into 19th in standings there. And then now the 12th seed goes to Tom Sloan, who's in 11 in standings. And just right behind him is Angel Gutierrez, 1 point behind. Tony Brady, he is in 4 down. 10 points. Actually, 10 points behind the cutoff. Then 13 points behind the cutoff is Trey Barto. First rest by 16 points behind the cutoff. So interesting scenarios here entering Indianapolis. So Caleb, final thoughts about the points battle that we have here entering Indianapolis.
It shook up a lot more than I thought it might, especially with now Nathan Stapleton taking the points lead. Thought it would be Drew Webb, but Stapleton now up at the top of the charts. But man, all these shakeups are really going to cause some more aggression and calamity as we get into these next few races before we get to the playoffs. But it's going to be really interesting, and it's going to be a lot of fun how these last few races develop. And we will see who will be in this season's playoffs and who will be fighting for a championship. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to see how it all goes down.
Yeah, definitely. So, again, 4 drivers already clinched their playoff spots. Again, Jeffrey Fingai, Drew Webb, Nathan Stapleton, and now John Bridge add into the list. 8 more slots into the playoffs, so let's see who will be the 8 drivers that are going to be in the playoffs for this season. As here we go, next race is gonna be the NRS CO8, the Science Brickyard 400. So that's next week at 11 a.m. Eastern. Of course, we all know PSRLA Cup Series before World Cup Series, of course. But hey, well, let's see what drivers can do here as they are now battling into the final race before the playoffs, and who's gonna win the regular season championship. So I believe it's gonna be between, Nathan Stapleton, Drew, maybe Jeffrey Fingai. But of course, it is what it is for these guys. So thank you guys very much for watching here for the special presentation of the 37 Network here at Pocono Raceway. So long, everyone. Congratulations to Tom Sloan.